Levack and Goz live from the Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Special Studios. It's our Radio Row extravaganza. We're joined by one of our favorite people. He's like Santa Claus. He makes us smile once a year. It's Ross Tucker. Ross, how have you been, man? It's been way too long.
I am doing awesome. I like that. I like that I'm like Santa Claus. Never heard that one before. Hopefully it's not because my beard is that big. My beard or my belly are that big, hopefully. My daughter just told me she liked that I trimmed my beard for the first time in a while. So I'll take it. But yes, always good to see you guys. Always good to talk with you.
All right, so let's build towards the less fun football stories. Let's start with one of your former teams. Do you like the Washington Commanders? Did they get it right?
No, they definitely did not get it right. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's not terrible. It's just like generic insert new safe name here. You know, it's like an XFL name or a USFL name. It doesn't sound like an NFL name. I really wanted Warthogs. Washington Warthogs would have been amazing. I would have taken Red Hogs. I would have taken Groundhogs. I thought because they were doing it on Groundhog Day that maybe they were the Groundhogs. And even any way that I could have called them the Hogs would have been amazing. It's a reference to, their best years when they were led by the offensive line. I don't get it. I don't know why they didn't do it. It's a bummer. Commanders is fine, but it's like, now I don't know what to say. When people say to me, what teams did you play for? It's like, I played for the Bills, Cowboys, Patriots, Browns, and the Commanders. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's just like the movie Groundhog Day. The Washington football team gets it wrong again and again and again.
That movie's amazing, by the way.
That's the best.
The Jeopardy scene is my favorite. Like when he looks at the woman and gives the answer before she even finishes the question. It is like, I love that. I love Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. So he's my favorite.
Ross, you mentioned your beard, man. We've been hearing you on radio, the Westwood One coverage. It seems like you've had more fun than ever. Mike Golick Sr. is on the coverage with you. I think Kevin Harlan's been on there. You've done a great job with the broadcast this year, and in particular, the AFC title game, the Bengals and the Chiefs. You were there, sidelines, doing it. Take us through this amazing comeback for Cincinnati.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. And, yeah, it's so fun doing games, man. I mean, I do a lot of different things in the media. All the podcasts and stuff are great, but there's nothing like being at a game. Now, the negative is the travel. I'm not going out to the Super Bowl, and I'm actually happy about that. I've been to at least one game every weekend since the Eagles' first preseason game, August 11th. So it'd be nice. My daughter's like, wait, you're going to be home this weekend? What are we going to do? Like, they're thoroughly confused, and I don't blame them. It's awesome, though. To be on the sideline in that atmosphere, it was so cool. I mean, I'll give you a couple of things that stand out to me about it, okay? I'm going to try to set the scene for you guys. One is when the Bengals got that stop at the end of the first half, I ran out there on the field to interview Zach Taylor with Evan Washburn from CBS, and he was so pumped up. He was like, yeah, look at the score. It was the same score as the last time we beat these guys. Like, he was fired up. And I'm telling you, that play changed the whole game. Even if the Chiefs get a field goal there, I don't think the Bengals come back and win that game. It was psychological. Then, it's funny, after halftime, the loudest the fans were the whole time, and I've never heard a sound like it, the coin toss. Because you think about when fans get loud, right? Like a touchdown or third down, right? To mess with the offense. There's like a buzz. It kind of increases. There's like a crescendo, like third down, or touchdown. It's like Mahomes rolling around, whereas the coin toss, by the way, these noises, you guys could really you could put me in a bad spot if you just clip these noises.
Isolating as we speak.
Big man making weird noises. But no, in all sincerity, guys, imagine the coin toss, okay? They hadn't really celebrated in 2 hours, and it's dead quiet. Nobody's talking. It's like this. Because everybody's waiting to hear what happens with the coin toss because they know how important it is. And when he said it's heads or whatever it was, that it was like a bomb went off. It went from 0 to 100 on the decibel level. It went from nothing to, we're going to win. We're going to Super Bowl. And then they didn't, which is crazy. And then after the game, I interview Joe Mixon within a minute of McPherson making that kick, and he got emotional. I think a lot of people know what he did in college. Horrific incident caught on video. I think the Bengals were one of the few teams that would even draft him as a result of that. And so he was just so appreciative to the Bengals, to the Brown family for giving him that opportunity that he thought maybe he had ruined forever. So he's crying. And then like 2 minutes later, 3 minutes, maybe I'm interviewing Burrow, calmest dude I ever interviewed. I was allowed to have 3 questions. Can't remember the first one, guys, but the second one, I literally said to him, Joe, you just won the AFC Championship game. You're going to the Super Bowl. How are you so calm right now? And he's like, well, I was excited a couple minutes ago when we made the kick, but I kind of thought we'd win. This is what we expect, and this is how the Bengals are going to be now. I mean, like, I know Montana's Joe Cool, but this guy was calm, cool, and collected.
Insane. Ross Tucker with us right now. It's virtual radio, Row. I'm sorry, I have to point out, every time you move up a little bit, it looks like you've already picked the team that you think is going to win this thing, or at least you're rooting for on your shirt.
Oh, that's Princeton.
Oh, it looks like it was only the top. I looked like a bee.
Yeah. That's so. By the way, though, that is part of the reason why I like the Bengals. The Bengals look like Princeton. That's a great point. No, I've always loved the Bengals uniforms because they do remind me of Princeton in certain ways. Look, I'll be happy no matter who wins, but I'm rooting for the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals and the points. Every game ends up being by a field goal. As I said on the Even Money podcast, my betting podcast, you're going to give me 4.5 points when every game ends in a field goal in the playoffs this year, the last 6 games. I'll take the 4.5 points. I think there's a decent chance the Bengals win, but if they lose, I think it's a close game. So I'll gobble up the 4.5 points. Here's the thing. I'll be happy for Matthew Stafford if he wins it all. I'll be happy for Aaron Donald. He's a great player. Eric Weddle coming out of retirement. I'll be happy. Whitworth. I'll be happy for all those guys. But do Rams fans really deserve this? Like, they get sold. They lose more of their tickets than they use for the NFC Championship game. Bengals fans have never won a Super Bowl. They've been around a long time. I would be so excited for the city of Cincinnati and Bengals fans if they won it. I kind of always like the underdogs too. I like the underdogs, and I like whoever's been there, it's been the least, right? So I wanted the Bills to beat the Chiefs because Bills-Bengals would have been awesome.
How about being excited for me, who bet the Rams early and often to win it all before the season started? And now listen, I love Joe Burrow. You're one of my favorite people to talk to, but blank both of you, I want that cash.
Okay, hold on a second though. You guys are in Albany, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
So then how did you do that before it was legal in New York?
We've been able to bet at Rivers Casino and Sportsbook for a while, brick and mortar. It went mobile, became legal during the season.
One of those.
Got it. I was just trying to mess with you, dude. I don't care how you did it. I was just trying to figure out how you would get yourself out of that one.
I never bet before it was legal. Vinny the Fish hasn't been on this show before. Not at all. No, I picked Rams over Chiefs before the season started. I bet that is the exact. I bet the Rams heavy, and then I've been up in the Rams as the season went on. I could do well with this. I'm just saying, a little something for your fat friend back here in Albany. I'm just,
Hey, you know what? That gives me one more thing to be happy about if the Rams win. Stafford, Whitworth, Donald, Weddle, and my man in Albany. Let's go Bengals, though.
Little Levack love. That's all I ask.
Ross, Valentine's Day just around the corner. My front page story. My wife anniversary is also at this point too. Tell us about it. Hook us up on Valentine's Day. What can we do?
Well, everybody just does the same thing. Everybody just like chocolate or flowers, or they take them out to dinner, maybe do something different. Like, it'll totally blow her mind. I've seen so many videos now of dudes giving their wives these stories for the holidays or Valentine's Day. It's unbelievable because they're opening up. It's framed. It looks like it's on the cover of the newspaper, but the wife or the fiance. She has no idea what it is. She's like, wait, what is this? And the guy's always like, I had a story written about you. She's like, what do you mean? Like, no, I had a story written about you. They're like, their mind is blown. And then when they actually read the quotes, and it's like, I never thank her enough for everything she's done for me and the family. Like all the little things, she cried. Like they almost all cry. I'm not going to guarantee they cry, but they almost all cry. And then it gets hung up in your house somewhere. So anytime you get in an argument, anytime she's mad at you, you can just point at it and be like, I had a story written about you. Did you have a story written about me? No, I didn't think you did. MyFrontPageStory.com.
MyFrontPageStory.com. Now, I think it would behoove my friend Goz over here to get one, if I'm right, Levack nails Super Bowl winner before season starts at MyFrontPageStory.com. Like Valentine's Day. How about me? A little more me. That's all I'm looking for.
Don't do that, Ross. Don't let him do that, please.
I love that. I love it. Why were you so high on him?
I like Stafford a lot. I thought the Rams defense was already at a level they should have been in contention. But seeing Stafford get wasted for as many years as he was in Detroit, I was pulling for him. I bet him for MVP early too. That didn't pan out quite as well.
No, I mean he was in the running for a while. So you went all in on Stafford. What'd you think of that arm punt he threw to Jaquiski Tart?
I blocked that out. I took that right out of my memory and deleted it. I won. I was in 5 fantasy football leagues. I won 2. He was the quarterback in both.
Wow.
Just saying.
That's awesome. No, he has had a great year.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a Raiders fan. So if I'm betting on the Rams, I believe in them. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think about the Raiders? Oh, I got to go. But what do you think of the Raiders getting rid of Mayock and Bisaccia?
I like Bisaccia a lot, but I think long term, if you can bring in a GM and a head coach that work well together, like McDaniels and Ziegler, you got to take a swing at it.
I can see that. I probably would have stuck with it for one more year and seen how it went, because the only sample size, which is small, was pretty good.
Yeah,
but I understand that too.
I was glad they didn't blow it. They got a guy I can be happy about.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Guy who never blows it for us. We love whenever we get a chance to talk to Ross Tucker. MyFrontPageStory.com. Ross, thanks for making time, and good luck to Princeton, but not the Bengals. Sorry.
Sounds great. See you guys.
See ya.